My people, what up, though? We back with another episode of All Black Men Need Therapy. My name is Chief.
And I'm Bell.
Prentice couldn't be here today. Brother's on the other side of the country.
Yeah, so today is different. We've done interviews before, but I feel like this one's different. This episode is going to be heavy, right? We're going to talk about some things that may be triggering, which is the point of the platform, right? To talk about challenges that we deal with in a community.
Shit that isn't getting talked about.
Shit that's not getting talked about, post and pre, right? So, and I'll get into that in a second. But we got Stevie Jovan Clark here. So talk to me about when you came home, man. You said 16 years, 3 months, and what?
5 days.
5 days.
1635, man.
1635. So would you parole?
I made parole. I made parole 2010.
Was that the first time you went up for parole?
Yeah,
Okay.
I went to parole. So it was like, I was surprised they gave it to me, honestly. I was still expecting it. Once I got to 30, I was prepared to do the 85%. I was prepared to do 26. So that's in my mind still. Like, all right, I'm 18, I better own 44. It is what it is. I'm looking at everybody, I see how their conditions, like I'm 44, I'm good. So like, no, I get it, let's go. But I ended up going to parole, and they ended up giving it to me. So they was like, all right, you get parole, but you're not getting it for another 2 years. So I'm like, I gotta sit in jail for 2 years right now. And basically on eggshells.
Because you really can't get in trouble for the most part, right?
Because like I said, you might come across, and there's not too many that's like on true vindictive shit like that to try to get you to fuck up your parole, mess up your parole, whatever. But you just never know. Did you tell anybody you got parole, like inside? Yeah, people that I rock with, I let them know, no, it is what it is. Like I'm about to touch. So we building our bonds, we sitting down, reevaluating what I got to do, get that reassurance from everybody, and we back around, holler at me, get in contact, just like,
So you came home from what jail? McDougal?
Carl Robinson.
Okay.
I made parole in Cheshire, and then they sent me to Summers first, I think. They sent me to Summers. Yeah, they sent me to Osborne. And then I went from Osborne to Carl Robinson.
Did them 2 years feel significantly longer?
Yeah.
Was it like...
I'm like, damn, yeah, it dragged.
Was it because you knew the date?
Yeah, because I knew it's right around the corner. But I'm like, all right, go to halfway house. I get called for the halfway house anytime soon. But they wasn't even trying to hear that.
So did you come home to the halfway house?
Yeah.
How long was you in the halfway house?
Solid. I did a year straight in the halfway house.
Okay.
October 1st to October 1st.
So what was the biggest thing that, and my bad, I'm probably still in your thunder. I'm probably asking questions that you was going to ask.
We in the, go ahead.
What was the biggest eye-opening thing when you came home?
Phones.
Everybody.
I get on a city bus. I come we get a pass. We in the halfway house. We go look for a job, whatever. I go downtown. I get off the city bus downtown. I just see everybody like this. Everybody. I'm like, it's like robots. Everybody head down on their phone. Now that I see myself, I do too. So I can imagine what people that I know that's just coming home now from 90s and shit like that. So they see the same thing. So that's my thing. It was like just see everybody just in their own motion, just. And downtown Hartford, just everybody just
everybody got it.
Yeah.
What was that final day like? So we watched $1 Million Worth of Game, and Wallo always talk about how like the scariest day in prison is the day you're gonna leave.
Yeah.
Like, what did it feel like that last day?
I didn't have like an exact, like they don't tell you like, are you gonna leave October 1st? They never told me. They just like, all right, your parole date is this day. But being that I'm waiting for a halfway house, I could leave within any time my name pops up on their list.
Before the date?
You just serve your time one day, like, yeah, today's your day.
Yeah, and basically. I know I'm gonna be sitting for a good minute. I'm saying for at least another year or whatever before that shit come. But I'm sitting just waiting, like.
How did it happen? Do you remember the day that like somebody come to your
I'm sitting in Carl Robinson. You're around for a long time. You know certain people, the counselors, the people in the AP room, things where your name gonna pop up, where they be like, yo, your name's on the list to get transferred. You out of here. So like, oh, all right, I'm out. I'm about to go to halfway house. I'm out of here. So like, plus when you inside that jail, you already prepared to where it's like, at a certain time, they start calling people name. At 11:30, 12 o'clock, 11:30, 12 o'clock, they start to call your name to where package shit, you getting transferred, go to AP. So it's like, it's about it's capable of being your time any day.
So when you got home, what were you nervous? Were you scared? Were you afraid? Like, because here's why I asked the question. Because you got somebody who went to jail, you were a late teen, but you were a kid in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Like when you went to jail. And then you come home and the world's completely different, like completely different. So you got that to deal with. Then you got potential people that want to seek vengeance for what you did 16 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Did that ever cross your mind, like in terms of retaliation or anything like that?
Not really. Like obviously I thought about it before, then I'm like, I can't keep that shit in my head if somebody gonna do something. Like I don't really know, I don't know his family, I don't know his nephews, who we got for assemblies, honestly. Like, it is what it is. Like I did what I did. I'm not sitting there ducking from nothing. So I never think about it because his family never really gave that off to me. And plus, like, the situation wasn't on some old straight up malice and some bullshit. So it's like, they know what it was. Like,
Right.
There's consequences.
Right.
So I don't know. I just think, like I said, if it happens, it happens. Like, no, I can't take into account anything how that man brother feel or whoever.
Right.
Whoever. I'm saying, you got family.
So you come home, you parole, or you go to a halfway house, you get a job, I'm assuming during that time.
Yeah. Doubled up.
And what's your mindset? Like it's like, hey, are you now planning your life? Like, are you like, all right, I got to get this done, or are you just taking it how it come?
You get the guidance a little bit from certain people. You got counselors, you got people that's already been in the halfway house. Mm-hmm. You got family members there, because you gotta be prepared to, once you get in the halfway house, they're gonna look at you like you gotta work. You're gonna save some money. You got a bank account. So now, once they let you know this is what we expect of you, you gotta be prepared to what you're gonna do for yourself. I'm saying, like, all right, I gotta do this for them. So whatever my requirements to get home. What I'm gonna do when I leave here? I'm gonna go to somebody's house. I got my kid's mother, or my aunt, father, sister, anything. So you gotta know what's available to you and what's your resource and what you got. So I worked like, all right, I'll get some money together. I'll get my apartment. I'll take care of what I gotta take care of. That was my mind. So I left the halfway house with a nice little couple dollars, whatever. I was there for a year and I worked 2 jobs damn near the whole time.
Just making the best use of your time.
Yeah. So and I wanted to go to my own apartment, but parole basically told me I had to go to my cousin's house. I had to go to somebody else's house for like 6 months.
Okay.
So I was like, all right.
So when you came home, did you reconnect with some of those dudes that was around when you was out?
Couple. No, I just say what up. I say a couple people that I know that's reached out to me. Pretty much anybody that sent me an email, once, whatever. I reach out like, yo, I'm home. I appreciate it. I appreciate anything. The letter you sent me, the calls you accepted, anything. Not with no intentions of reconnecting a friendship or nothing. Just
acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know, like I said, at that time I'd have been in jail, and I know what the street cell is capable of. For you the fallback of getting jammed up in something, and who's not right, and what's really what matters. And so like I ain't deal with nobody too much like that for all them time, but my people in general. So I really feel like I didn't really need nobody out here anyways like that. To the degree of building friendships with or rekindling friendships with people that I used to know.
So you were a productive member of society from 2012 for 8 years. Bring me up to
May 12.
May 12, 2020.
So since we at that, so
what up, P,
you
man?
get released, you doing what you're doing, staying out of trouble, and then your name pops back up in the newspaper. Headline, May 13th, 2020. 37 pounds of marijuana found during a traffic stop in Berlin. Connecticut State Police arrested 3 men in connection to a traffic stop and more than 30 pounds of marijuana was found. Troopers conducted a vehicle stop on exit 22, Route 9, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. During the stop, police said it was probable cause for a vehicle search. While searching, the trooper said they found approximately 37 pounds of suspected marijuana in the vehicle. According to police, 3 occupants, 2 others, all 3 men are facing drug-related charges.
So when I first, this is just me being me. When I first saw this, I'm like, okay, Cubs was getting to it. Like that was my first thought, man. Because like I know we had a strong relationship at that point. You know what I'm saying? This is just I had no context. You know what I'm saying? I had no context. I just saw the headlines, and I'm like, again, like my criminal mind starts kicking in. I'm like, damn, how many trips he made before this? You know what I'm saying? Like this is where my mind went. But I'm like, and the first thing I thought, because I knew you was on papers still.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, he gonna have to go back and finish that time.
Yeah, I had 5 left.
Before you even get there, what were the conditions of your parole when you were released? What was the deal?
Stay out the bullshit.
Basically, you can't get no shit.
For how long?
So I'm on parole. I was on parole 13 years. I just got off parole on February 15th, last month, this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. After 11 and a half years on parole.
That's crazy. That's the system.
So the day you got out, they was like, you're on parole for the next 11 and a half years.
Yeah.
And that was the whole 30.
That's the whole 30.
Basically, yeah. That turns out to be basically 28 off the 30. They had me on papers or locked up.
Right. So talk to us about this night, man. Because it's like, I can't imagine, bro. I can't imagine what your mindset was like.
Bad, man. It was bad, man. I thought process was nasty at that time. I was like, taking a ride, that's the consequences to my accident. That's it.
So you was in the
Decided to
wrong
jump-
place at the wrong time.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So how did that end up? Did you end up getting arrested? You obviously got arrested.
Yeah, I went in. I was like, I'm done. I ain't no amount of money gonna get me home right now. I'm saying I'm on papers. I still got 5 left. So I told cuz, listen, I gotta sit it down, do what you gotta do. So yeah, man, that shit was, and plus it was during COVID, so it was like ugly. They know.
Yeah, that's
My
fresh
family
COVID.
my family on their end, they couldn't rush, the process of, taking care of what they gotta take care of on their end, and I could do only so much of getting a call and talk to the lawyers, and so it was like, it was bad. Like I didn't go.
Courts was on some bullshit.
When I got arrested, I did not go to arraignment at all. That's what kind of pushed me out. After that, I sat for 13 months.
Did you?
Yeah, I sat. Like I ended up having a cop. I ended up copping out. Like just for the. I ended up copping out to possession of marijuana. I talked to parole people like, listen, I've been on 8 years. This is what it is, and they was like, listen, as long as the courts don't knock your head off, whatever. So. No, we good. We let you know. We let you back out. You've been home 8 years with no issues. So.
Oh, okay. So they were lenient.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they know, like I said, I was on limited, monitoring for parole. I've been home 8 years with no issues. I'm saying I drive reckless, so I speeding tickets. A couple speeding tickets.
So when you came to the crib the other day, you talked to me about how just the mental release it was of getting off the paper, because you're like, I can't even take my lady out, for a good dinner. I get pulled over
in another state.
In another state, I'm hit. You know what I'm saying? That could be the end of it for me. So
Yeah,
what was the mental release of just being like, I don't got none of this shit hanging over my head no more?
Man, that shit different. It's different. Not just it's just having a babysitter. You just not saying my parole officers harass me and shit like that, whatever. But the fact that I know any given moment they can have their little meetings. They did it before where they have their meetings just because the parole officers, and they do a sweep of everybody parole's house. So not that I'm worried about it. I just don't. I might be in the crib with the family and everything. So
They just pull up. We here.
yeah, we here. Can we? We're gonna do a quick search, whatever. All right, get the kids straightened out. And that shit that's just crazy. So, but being that off now, I don't. What I've been off, right? Almost a month and a half. I ain't sit down yet. Every weekend I've been somewhere.
All said you get an oil change every month.
Every month we get oil change. But it's just a good release. So when I go out, now, I don't know. Was I off parole when we went out to the we went to Brooklyn to the concert on my lady? I don't know, but Matter of fact, no, I'm lying. I was off because I got a ticket at Dallas BBQs. Now, ordinarily, I would have to call my parole officer. Like, I caught a ticket. I don't know if they consider that police contact, but they know that I was out of state.
Right.
So now I got to worry about why was you out of state and this and that. You might have a bad day. You got to call your supervisors. All right, send them back for 30 days. Shit like that, just like it's capable.
And that's enough. A speeding ticket, you lock back up.
Especially, like I said, if I'm out of state. Most of them, if you out of state, they're like, oh, he's leaving. Like I don't care right now. Yeah, like right now I'm off parole. I used to leave on a regular basis. I done took a bunch of trips without reporting. Just because I feel like I'm grown. I'm not going anywhere to get in trouble. I'm not going anywhere to get in trouble. I got the kids. I'm not out there just to, cause no bullshit. So I'm not going to call you if I want to go to mass, I want to go to city, something, for you to tell me, all right, you got to put the paperwork in and give us a week advance. I'll get up and go. So now I get up and go. Honestly, I was telling you, I was like, I'm waiting to get pulled over on some bullshit.
Now you make shit now. Worry about calling
like you can't do nothing. It's a big relief. I just go wherever, yo.
So I think what our listeners will hear from this is somebody who owns their part, right? Yeah. I think they'll also hear somebody who is mentally tough, right? Because that 13 months would have broke me.
That was ugly though. That 13 months was bad. Yo. If I ain't gonna lie, that shit was ugly for me. Because it was COVID. It was like they shut down the blocks whenever they want. The visits is terrible. Not that I wanted any because now I know my little ones. I got 2 boys, so now they depend on me for damn near everything. So I'm calling them and they mad I can't call back. And my oldest don't want to answer the phone because he know where I'm at. He like, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. I can't call him when I want to call him. So like, so now it was tough. It was nasty.
Did you just fall back into like, all right, this is my routine?
Nah.
You wasn't.
I'm ready to leave. I'm ready out. Like I'm out because I know the situation as far as the case and where I stood at, and my cousin, my peoples, and anything stuff like that. So we already had everything straightened out on our end for the most part. So it's a waiting game. So now my thing is,
and COVID didn't help.
So my thing is a waiting game, and I'm in the block. I come across certain situations where I came across somebody that was locked up. I was in the same block with somebody that was in jail for something that that's kind of close to me. So I'm like, oh my goodness, this nigga's in the block with me.
So that could be a problem.
Yeah, definitely. So I had to sit there and compose myself, and that was tough. Like I call my people, I told them I'm having terrible. Like I don't. No, it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, I know dude probably know. He know what's going on. We in the speaking because I wanted more information on what's what. I'm saying before anything because I'm not gonna crash out. Especially because I know if I get into something, I got that time over my head. The case is straight. I'm straight. I know eventually once that shit gets taken care of, I'm out the door. Home. But I don't want none of this inside shit to sit there and stop me from doing what I gotta do. So my actions ain't like I'm bidding. Like this is like I'm here and I'm out. I know what I gotta do. I'm gonna bump into a few people that I know. I'm gonna get myself comfortable. I'm gonna get situated where I gotta get, take care of, and I'm gonna wait for my number to call. I'm gonna get up out of here.
So after that experience, that's a total of what, like 18 years locked?
Yeah, basically.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, 13 and 16 and almost 16. Yeah, 17 and a half basically.
So what I was saying about the listeners hearing this, because I didn't hear a point, and maybe you omitted it, I'm not sure, but I didn't hear a point in your story that you felt like you got to like a breaking point. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, again, I'm putting myself in a situation how old I was at that time. You were a little older than me, but I'm just thinking about like the strong will. The strong will you must have to get through that. And again, it was a tragedy, right? But now that you're in that situation, I'm still like listening, and I'm like, man, did he suffer? Not did he? I know you did in some capacity, but it's like, how was his mental health impacted through all of this, right? Like, I know it is, and I know it was, right? Did you ever acknowledge it though? Did you ever acknowledge Like what that, and if you didn't, it's fine. I'm just asking, like what that level of trauma did to you and how it impacts you today.
Sitting back thinking about it, yeah, like it definitely did because I know what my mother went through. Excuse me, my younger sister, my older sister, and I know the role that I played in my household. So when I see certain shit and I call home, like I don't call home too much. I wasn't calling home too much because my day is the same. If I keep calling home, all I know is eventually I'm gonna hear some bad news. So I call, check in. So that was just me. So,
You hear how crazy that is, though? Like, I don't think people like put that into perspective because you sit here and go, nigga, you locked up. What the fuck can be more bad than that? You don't want to call home to hear bad news.
But yeah, the thing is, if I call home and I call home every day and I know my mom tell me, oh, I'm sick. I can't go to work for the next 3 days or 4 days, and now I know she not gonna no mentally. I'm saying something that she ain't gonna work. She ain't got no benefit. They not giving her whatever she's working at. So I'm like, all right, I gotta cut back on this phone call, or I gotta find somebody to get her a couple $.
And see, and that's not something that I would have thought of because I'm like, yo, if you locked up, you want to stay connected to your people. You want to have that sense of I guess life or whatever on the outside, but you like, yo, I'm gonna avoid that shit because it could be even more traumatic for me.
Because there's nothing you can do.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't never.
I don't want it consistent. I don't like. My mom comes check me. I get visits. I was getting visits and everything, but just I don't want it. I ain't want it every day. Because when you get used to that shit, when you lose it, because at one point when you catch any ticket, any Class A ticket, I don't even have nothing to do with your visits. You behind the glass for 2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Anything, any Class A ticket.
And what's a Class A ticket for our listeners?
Fighting, dirty urines, weapons, assaults, just so-called like the higher infractions. Whatever. So but then if you catch, look, listen, you catch bullshit like trash tickets, COs coming in, and you got too much CDs and too many sneakers. You got excessive commissary, give you trashy Class C or Class B, and next thing you know, you lose your contact for 6 months.
Oh, off that infraction.
Yeah, there's levels, so it's like, they had people on edge for a minute with them contacts, who threatening to take your contacts. That's how, because everybody want to see their family, they want to get their family a hug, they got their kids and stuff like that. So when you just threaten, now when you got CO telling you, I'll give you a ticket to take your contact visits. So now that you playing with people.
They're abusing their power a little bit,
so,
yeah.
It's different. It gets different at times, but I just get a visit every now and then, make sure the family's good, and like I said, I'm trying to walk down whatever I got ahead of me. I look at the day in jail, my family good. There's only so much I could do. To nothing but send a couple $. Home for me. Still hustling in jail, find a way. So I'm saying
So you say you were sending money home from jail?
Yeah, not too much crazy. I know some people really took care of their families and stuff like that.
That's wild. It's usually the other way around. It's usually people putting money on your books.
But the thing is, when you in there and you take care of yourself and things fall in place of how you need to, you hustle, you're able to do that. You don't. Well, I'm gonna call home. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody to send me nothing. There's times where I went probably 6 years without a money order. Somebody out the blue might send me $40, $50 whatever out the blue. Right. But as far as
nothing that you was down bad and you was I need it.
The first time I ever asked for some money was in 2004 when I came back from Virginia. I asked somebody for $60 because I gave all my commissary, my sneakers, everything away to people that was locked up in VA. So I just needed something, some extra. But other than that, I was good. I was good for the most part.
That's crazy. So, first of all, I appreciate you telling the story, man. And I don't know how many times you've told the story because I've known you for years. And I've never even asked you about it.
Regardless of what? Of everything?
I'm just saying, have you ever said
I talked a little bit. You know the crazy thing about it? I think most people I talk to as far as about my situation briefly, in little quick things, is when I used to be at the casino all the time. I used to be sitting there. I go there in the morning. Just my little downtime. I sit there, play, I sit there and talk. They be like, you losing money and you're not upset. You just sitting and talk. You having a drink, whatever. I said, listen, if you understood what situation I was in, my teens and certain years, whatever, I'm straight. This is
entertainment.
This therapy. This is just a little. This is recreational freedom and just to be able to do whatever I want and just a getaway. I come out there, turn the phone off. I can't talk. I'm playing cards, whatever. So, now you meet some good people out there too, because it's a lot of. It sounded like networking, chilling.
People going through something.
Yeah.
But so man, we was talking this morning, right? Me and Chief.
You want to close it now with a final thought and then open back up, or just keep the party?
Nah, let's keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah, keep it going. So we was talking, and this is interesting, right? So we preparing, and then Chief brought up a good point, because obviously, well, you weren't home during this time, but his brother was murdered in 2009, right? February 2009, and he was like, "Yo," he's like, This is going to be ill for me because I'm on the other side of it." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, I didn't think about that, right?
Yeah, me neither. Just now.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I didn't think about that. And then immediately I'm like, not knowing the whole story, I'm like, yeah, Chief, but it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, Peanut was senselessly killed. You know what I'm saying? He had no relationship with the dude. It was a senseless act. And I'm like, and I told him this. I'm like, yo, from what I know, Jovan was the victim, right? Like, again, me not knowing what was what, that's what I said this morning. And but what I wanted to get into now a little bit is, one, how this impacted Chief, right? Because he's now hearing it from a different perspective. And you now knowing that, I'm just very curious to see, like, emotionally, like, how you're doing right now with this conversation.
I'm good. I'm good. And I was trying to, so he was like, yo, like, to kind of reserve this and make this kind of like a part 2 or the second half of this to have a conversation, because I'm on the other end of it, right?
Nah, definitely.
And the circumstances are completely different. Like, my situation is murder, like on some violence, nonsensical shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot different. But just hearing your perspective, and I didn't know the whole story, obviously, so we get it now. And obviously, every man has the right to defend himself and protect himself. But so being as objective as I can and not really trying to correlate you to the dude who killed my brother, because it's not the same. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I say that because there's no way I could sit next to him right now and have this conversation. Yeah, there's not a chance in hell, bro. Yeah. So I wanted to kind of twist the conversation a little bit and just ask your perspective on your thoughts or your interactions or whatever from the dude's family. Like, I know you said they kind of knew what it was. They know you didn't you wasn't looking for no trouble or nothing like that. They know that, but like, when you got out, like you said, were you worried about any type of retaliation? Did you think about, like, what could happen? 'Cause I know when you got paroled, they have to let their family know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Did, like, you hear from anybody? Did they come in and speak to you or whatever?
Nobody came back and said anything as far as, like, he doesn't deserve it or any, like, disputed any type of argument of granting me parole. So, like, I don't know, I didn't really look at it as far as, like, all right, maybe I don't know, because I know at one point they was upset that I ain't get found guilty of murder. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I guess at one point the 30 wasn't enough for them, whatever. So I don't know. It's like, so I never really thought about it. I never really paid no mind to as far as any type of retaliation. Like that.
So people who watch who's going to watch the episode and see this whole conversation we just had will hear you and go, he doesn't seem like a killer. Like, you real calm, cool, collected. No, what I'm saying, but you gotta. I'm not trying to do that. But what I'm saying is, what happened, right? And that's what the perception people will have. Yeah. But they're talking to you like, damn, like, this dude is, he's calm, he's chill, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. But you're already labeled because of the circumstances that happened.
Absolutely.
Now, in my case, like, you said, like, you took it to trial, right?
Yeah.
You know I'm a writer, I'm a poet, I do my thing all right.
So when I play my card, the shit jump on the first thing.
So I'm recently in Brazil doing my thing, and a dude asked me, like, what's a poem that you want to write that you haven't written? I'm like, it's 2. This one is the actual murder trial, because no one ever, like, the actual, like, sitting in the trial and being a part of that, and like them showing pictures of my brother face down on the examination table, like this, fam. Like nobody lays like this. He's like literally face down on like little shit like that they replayed over and over again. Is a story that people don't know. They haven't seen. They pulled a bag of clothes out he was wearing that day. My mom's in there. She walked out. She did for 20 minutes, walked out, all that good stuff. So, like, did his family speak at the trial?
Yeah, they did. And they did the same thing. Like, prosecutors got their little tricks. If, people watch TV, they sit there holding a picture. They walking back from questioning you, and they'll flash the family a picture of the family member on an autopsy table or cut open or the crime scene to get them, their emotions flowing. So but it happens. Like it happens. So like I wasn't like uncompassionate to the situation. I wasn't on some like no, that's what he gets, or I didn't do it, or I told him this is what it is. Like I don't know what they know. I can't say how they felt in regards to anything. But I think they know it wasn't, like I said, I think the brother was the main one that wanted more. So that like
wanted more like you to just spend the rest of your life in
prison.
prison.
That's the one I say. He's the one, like he mentioned that a lot of it came from him. He's like, I said, you read the newspaper. He's like, guys get tattoos and he's gonna get praise because he didn't get the maximum. When he come home, he's gonna get praise. I'm like, ain't nobody praising me for what? Like, I'm sitting in jail for this X amount of time.
Right.
Because he got the perception of the TV. Same shit, same people got now. So it's nah, ain't nobody glorifying nothing that I did. Like, niggas like, oh, Steve got laid down. That's the first thing. Everybody saying, they be like, oh, Steve did this. Like, he thorough. Hell no. He about to lay it down.
Right.
He ain't come on for a minute.
Right.
That's what the talk was.
Right.
He ain't coming. He done.
And so you haven't, so when your parole came up, you didn't hear from anybody? Nobody said anything? Nobody objected it? None of that shit?
Nah, I didn't. But at the same time, I told people, like, I reached out. I know the dude family. I know John family, I know his best friend. And like when I was locked up, I try to find a way to sit there, reach out to whatever. I said, listen, whatever y'all want to speak about.
Okay.
Got any questions?
So
like,
you was proactive.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm ready for it. Like I ain't hiding, ducking from nothing. It is what it is. I got all these statements. People done told on me beforehand, so it's not like I'm going there to saying I didn't do it. Mm-hmm. Not saying.
Were you surprised about that?
What, the statements? Mm-hmm. Nah, not really. Nah, not really.
During the course of the trial, did they try to like really like villainize you and paint you like this evil person? Not
evil. They just try to make like I'm somebody I shouldn't be out in the streets with a gun and stuff like that. That's mainly like, oh no. That's you basically they look at it as I'm in the streets. It's my choice to be on the streets doing whatever I do, so you get what you got coming. So you know what comes with carrying a gun. You possibility of shooting somebody. So we're gonna hold you accountable for that way. No matter how you came across with that, no matter your upbringing, they told you. The judge said in the papers, we don't care about you grew up fatherless, or you was in the projects and all that. So,
how about on your side? So, and I asked that because the dude who killed my brother, his attorney tried to paint my brother as like this evil person who made him shoot him. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So did they try to like on your side, did they try to paint this dude who was killed as like the bad guy? I'm asking because I got to sit down and watch this whole shit go down. Like, yo, this dude is really just like, they're really playing the game versus stating the facts. They're playing the game, trying to do whatever they could do to get, you know what I'm saying? Like
to get it's a game of chess between the prosecutor and the lawyer to not guilty to get the not guilty the guilty plea or a verdict. I mean, but not really as far because my case, like I said, I told him this is what it happens. It's more so now I'm fighting to get it to where it's not intent. You know what I'm saying so. The prosecutor's job, he's trying to get it to where it's like, no, you did this, and my lawyer's gotta bring forth to the character of John, the victim. Saying so, the only thing they brought up, brought forth is his criminal record. So like other than that, like his character and I don't know none of that. So like I can't tell you how he was as his day-to-day stuff like that. So it's like we wasn't trying to paint him as no evil person to where it's like I had to do this because he was this type of person. Nah. It was just something that got out of hand. Like people take people kindness for weakness. That's basically what it is. That's basically it boils down to, and unfortunate shit happens.
No, I get it. Now, were you so you haven't talked to cross paths with anybody since you've been out? Seen anybody
I
on
haven't
this side of
talked
the
to
family?
nobody. I don't know if anybody's seen me. Like shit, my face is I ain't really changed too much. I got the mole on my face. I be around New Britain.
The
wherever.
crazy shit is, this was 28 years ago.
Yeah.
Right, but
No,
listen.
I'm not saying that. I'm just in my mind. I'm like, it was almost 30 years ago that this happened, which is crazy.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of time that went by. Not to say that the time
Changes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't
Facts.
change anybody's feelings or anything like that. I'm just saying, in my mind, I'm like, damn, this was a real long time ago.
So one of my questions was like, did you even want to speak to the family? But after you said, you know, like I reached out to people, I offered, you know, that conversation. I at least was letting them know, like, you know, if you want to talk, I'm here. Well, this is what happened. Like, I own everything I did. I'm not, you know, I'm not proud of it, but I have to accept. I'm accepting the consequences for what I did. I'm doing my time. Like, I guess this is a shitty question, but do you feel like you paid your dues in regards to what happened? Like, do you still like? Is there still like some heaviness on you about the situation, or is it like, you know, obviously I didn't mean to kill. You know, well, that wasn't my intent. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm trying to
I get what you're saying. In my eyes, yeah, man. Like, you know, I got sentenced to what I got sentenced to. They got guidelines for the numbers and shit. Not for nothing. If I was in any other, if I was in other states, I'd have got an easy manslaughter and got probably 10. I'd have probably been home in other states. Connecticut was just Connecticut at the moment. And the other states would have probably been manslaughter off the rip, just due to the circumstances, regardless of I'm in the streets and this guy in the streets. Facts is facts and what people do. And like I said, Florida got their standing ground law, so they understand it when these laws is made for a certain reason. So, But I said, I don't know. I can't. I guess so. I did my numbers.
Did it matter to you, or is it or was it important to you to be forgiven by his family?
I don't know if I am. No, I don't know if I am forgiven, but I now got one person that I know for a fact that we spoke as far as the one I got sentenced and stuff like that. They like I say he know what it is and know my character at the time also. So it wasn't no animosity in that sense or nothing like that. But
so I asked that because 4 years ago, I think, maybe 4 years ago, the dude's mom hit me on Instagram and wrote me a letter, like asking me to forgive her son and her. Okay. And like she's like, you know, God.
For the trial or for the act?
For the act.
Okay.
Of what?
For the act, for him killing, killing my
they
brother.
They want forgiveness. They want you to forgive the mom.
The mother,
family,
Christian lady, you know,
okay.
Old Hispanic lady. She's like, you know, I didn't raise my son like that's not how I raised my son.
Okay.
It happened, you know. Like I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive him, forgive me, you know, that type of party. And in the moment I just read it, I of course got hella emotional, and I think I sent it to my mom. I'm not sure, but I remember reading it like, yo, this isn't for me. This is for my mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I did most of the speaking at the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I'm, you know, the patriarch of the family, if you will, or the forced patriarch. But like, so I did most of the speaking. But when she wrote me the letter, like I don't think, and I'm working on me here. I don't know if I could find it in myself, like, and I'll tell you why. So he did what he did
To forgive him or the family.
To forgive him. But it's, the circumstances are different. But I want to tell you why though. So we go through the trial. He's kind of looking remorseful. Sits there with his head down the whole time. Don't say nothing. It's like 2.5 weeks long. Day comes, judge like, you got 27 and a half to life without the possibility of parole. So we like, all right, cool. He gets up, cuff him up. They take him to the back door, about to walk him out. He turns around, looks at my younger brother. He's like, yo, I see you. And then the bailiff like yank his ass up out of the courtroom. And he goes in. So that's kind of like an insult to injury, if you will, at that point, right? So now it's like, I'm already tight because you did what you did. Yeah. But now there's zero remorse behind it at all.
Now you threaten another one of my...
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like...
this circumstance, I get you.
So I say that because like this woman seemed very sincere. She, like I'm certain no parent raises their kid to do something as egregious as he did. And I'm just like, I would love to be able to give your son some grace in the way that I'm growing, but
He earned it.
how he conducted himself doesn't allow room for that.
No, I get you.
You dig what I'm saying? So that's why I asked about forgiveness. It's just like, do you? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Did you said you don't know if you sent it to Peaches?
I don't. I think I did, but I don't remember. You know, my memory's bad. I think I either might have wanted to hold it and protect her from that, like that type of thing. I think I told her about it, but didn't send her the thing. Maybe it's probably what happened.
Are you gonna do it now?
If she'll watch it. My mom's one of our biggest fans, so she'll watch it and she'll remind me, like, yeah, I saw that, or I read it, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She'll let me know, and if she wants to see it, I'll send it to her. But I just, I think that's more for her to forgive or whatever. Like, have you come to a place where you can be like, yo, you forgive yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that something that you've thought of? Like, what's your faith?
Do I forgive myself for the actions that I committed?
Mm-hmm. Like, have you had to process that with yourself?
I don't think I have, honestly. You asked me a question like that, but I forgive
And
myself.
forgive me, man. If, if I cross a
hell no.
line and you uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Like, but I think it's it's a valid conversation to have.
Question.
I think
That's a
just
good
kind
question.
of like, have you taken the time to be, like, or is it something that just kind of like, I know it's not walking with you every day, but it's like every now and then maybe, like, is there nightmares that come with it or some shit like that? Like, I don't know.
Not nightmares. Just times like, we discuss it. I sit back and like, I feel kind of fucked up about it. Because there's somebody else's, their father, their son, their sibling, their loved ones. So it's like, I know how I feel when I miss somebody, so especially, I don't know certain bonds that people have with somebody. I don't know who his best friend was. I don't know who he connected with every day on a daily basis. So they might, I look at it now as the same way my mother went through something. I lost my pops. So it's like, all right, I know what my mother been through, raising me and my sister without my pops. So I believe he had a child. I'm not sure how. I didn't do too much research in that. But, I look at it like, somebody without their father is different. Especially when I went back this time, it really, that kind of dawned on me more also too, like, now I ain't here for my kids. So whereas he had a child, he's not here at all also. So it's like, it's the degree of the absence. So it's like, how are you gonna feel when you feel that void? Or you can't feel that void, but So I don't know. I ain't really. I don't know as far as forgiving myself, like for the I feel. I feel bad for moments at certain times because I said somebody likes it. But at the end of the day, it's like.
Obviously, there's
I do what I do.
nothing you can do about it.
I am how I am. So it's like, people be sitting and say like, listen, God know how He made me. Like, what you want me to do? I'm gonna tell you what it is.
But I also think, to your credit, like, you didn't come out. You've been out, 12 years now, right?
About to be, yeah.
And you haven't been a terror. You know what I'm saying? Like, where people who go to jail for similar crimes, they come back, they're not reformed. You know what I'm saying? And what I'll also say, this is not like what you were known for. You know what I'm saying? This was a moment in time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like,
That's why I think it kind of got brushed off the rug. That's why I think it's like, it didn't really get talked about so much, and just in the sense of the families of everybody connected to who's connected to me, because it's not like, I'm in the streets, I'm in the gang, I was a troublemaker, or I know certain shit like, damn, Steve, Maria's son, or I'm titled to everybody, somebody. Tawana's brother, I'm Lil Stevie, I'm Boo's nephew, and shit like that. So, that's how it comes back. It was more of a shock. Because of my demeanor, I'm laid back and cool.
You don't bother nobody.
So it is what it is. So that's what I think it was, but no.
So you mentioned God a minute ago. You a faithful man?
To a degree, I guess, I won't say. Because I know I ain't I get up, I say thank you. I go to sleep, I say thanks. I don't really, where I work now, the PC, I got a guy that helps take care of every day we leave work. He send me, he say, all right, just say a prayer. So he got me into, he do that.
That's what's up.
It's good though. It's good. It's meaningful. It's that little private, that little quick little talk.
Did you you mentioned you reached out to the family. Did you ever speak to anyone about it?
No.
you have a chance to say I'm sorry or?
Nah, it's ever since just my sentencing. When I got sentenced and I said what I said and, I apologize for what it is, and I told him, I'm facing 5 to 40. I could get 60, I got 70. Whatever comes, let's go. My mother asked me, like, what do you think you're gonna get? I said, I'm gonna get at least 25. They're gonna give me at least 25. So she wasn't trying to hear. She's hoping, she's hoping for the best. Hoping you get 10. They said you might get 15. I'm like, listen, don't be perfect. Don't look forward to none of that.
At your sentencing, they gave you an option to speak.
Yeah.
And you chose to take it and apologize. And
Yep. Nah.
He didn't do nothing. He didn't learn that.
Yeah, I let him know. Like, so I apologize. I reached out to a couple of family members. During my whole trial, I ain't say I didn't do it. I ain't try to fabricate nothing to make him look like he a bad dude or, and like I said, it's straight cut, man. And shit, not only that, I let y'all know what happened. They had a whole bunch of statements.
Yeah, but again, that statements could be just like that fucking article that was written where they embellish everything. And
But they were there,
these is signature. This is a person that they job to write something in the paper. These is people that just, you want to sell it what it is. Them niggas ratting. Certain people, couple people.
And you said you weren't surprised by that.
Nah.
Yeah.
Disappointed more so but the days I'm in jail. Damn near everybody in there for somebody telling on them.
Right.
So.
Right.
But that's why I just take it for what it is. I ain't out for that, none of that. Like, I know what I did. I handle mine. I own up mine. Sometimes just mind your business and don't say shit. You in the streets, that's what certain things you're supposed to do.
Right.
But I ain't no animosity. I'll take care of what I gotta take care of. I own up to mine.
All right.
Have you spoken to your own family about it? Like, have you had this conversation with your people?
Nah. No. I talked to my mans that know everybody that come home, that the numbers of just being home, but as far as talking about sitting down and reevaluating and
reconciling?
on certain situations, I guess everybody just look at it like, I did my numbers, it was a long time ago, and everybody just looking forward to the days and keep it pushing.
Do you feel like this conversation or talking about it in general has been beneficial for your mental health?
Nah, it's good. Because like I said, it always triggers different thoughts. Like I said, I'll be riding, I'll be listening when I be on the way to work. I'll be listening to y'all. I'll be like the fourth guest, depending on who y'all got. I'll be sitting there talking. I'll be interjecting anything. I'll be interjecting. I'll be doing shit I ain't supposed to do while I'm driving. So I'll be sitting there laughing. But nah, it's good. It's definitely, it's good. It's a certain release. And like I said, it just gives a different outlook and lets anybody, especially when we talk about it now, y'all got your podcasts and your audience, and it bring a different light towards everybody that did some numbers or caught a similar case to mine where somebody lost their life, whatever. That it ain't everybody know. Oh yeah, I did this. I caught a body, and
right.
You can't tell me nothing. And this. For the most part, everybody that I rock with, they did numbers. Couple dudes with me. They did 15 or better easy. I'm shit. In some cases, I'm the low ball as far as the numbers. Mm-hmm. Man's people come home I talk every day to my bro. He been down since 90. I talk to him every day. He called me. Smooth B, you on the Bluetooth? You driving? I'm like, I'm going, bro. Hey, what up, man? So, it's good. This is good. I like this.
What since you kind of went down that road a little bit, is there what kind of gems or words of advice would you give someone who has some football numbers and made it out? Like what is there anything you would say to them? Or if they come out I need a mentor, that walk me through this.
I try to, people that I told, anybody I know that come home from numbers, I try to check in on them. I try to check in and see how dude's doing and all my obstacles. And certain hurdles that I came, I let them know, listen, this is what I know. I pass the information I got on. I pass the information to whoever I speak to. I pass whatever information I got, my fails, the things that I did good in, because that's something we got are backing us to a certain degree. And we ain't got much time. Like I said, we don't got as many mistakes. We don't got enough. We're not afforded as much time to make mistakes as everybody else did since they've been home. That's why I think a lot of people like kind of put pressure on us, to shorten the rope on us because they feel that we come home, we in our 40s and late 30s, whatever. No, we missed 15, 20 years. They figure out you're an adult, you should know you take care of yourself. Nah, I came home, I ain't know financing, leasing, I ain't know certain places to pay a bill. I don't know about certain rates and none of that. Certain shit I still don't know. But so it's like they feel, oh, you're grown, you're adult, you take care of it, you get a job, pay your bills. Like, nah, that shit different.
Yeah, because you missed a large part of your life when you would have been experiencing that stuff in real time.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm at the age where it's like, you get fortunate. I tell everybody, you got a supporting cast, like, appreciate them. I appreciate it because you're going to need it. You're going to fumble the ball sometimes. You got to make sure somebody there. If you got somebody there, make sure, appreciate that and take full appreciation of it. Because, like, I don't know, it'd be tough at times because you're going to fall. You're going to have a backslide. You're going to have that moment you're going to backslide.
Maybe not last, but we run out of room on the SD card. But yo, do you feel or still move kind of like you're institutionalized? Is it fair to say that that's a part of who you are? Because when I talk to my students a lot, I'm like, yo, oftentimes if you spend X amount of time in this certain environment, when shit arises and you're not in that environment, you're going to respond how you learn to respond in that environment. Yeah. You have to kind of adapt and learn new ways. You know what I'm saying? Do you find yourself still caring? I mean, I guess.
I think everybody like you fall into your own routine. I'm pretty sure a lot of your days are the same. You get up, you gotta go to work, you take care of the kids, you do this. So like I'm doing the same thing everybody else is doing. Get up to go to work, but we may have certain traits where we get up at a certain set of time. We do like it's more organized. Because when in jail, like you said, everything the same day. Everything, pretty much the same shit. But yeah, there's certain things that I think I brought back. It's like I've got a little OCD shit, and I'm pay attention to details a lot. So
maybe you got my man out here.
Don't touch me.
Paying attention to details.
He doing a whole bunch of good work in the crib though.
You don't want to go down that road with me right now, Jovan. You do not want to go down that road with me right now.
Yeah. Nevertheless, I thought, anything else before we?
No, we good, bro. We can wrap up.
Whew, that was a lot.
How you feeling?
I'm good. I think I'll give it to my final thought, but I think this was dope. I think it was an ill conversation. It's not something that brothers sit down and talk about every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I appreciate your vulnerability, your honesty, and just willing and wanting to be here. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. I know this is. I like what y'all got going, man. I support everything.
And that's I was about to say most importantly, your support, man, because it means a lot. Like if we're able to, just help you level up a little bit. I think it means a lot to us. You know what I'm saying? So we typically close every episode with a final thought. We're gonna say you for last.
All
unless
right.
you wanna go first.
Nah, wait, I'm good.
All right, go ahead. Give me your final thought, B.
I'm the oldest one. I'll wait last.
Word. So no, man, I appreciate this, man, and I know I'm gonna speed up because I know we don't got a lot of time on the camera, but I appreciate it, man. I think you're a glowing example of what reform looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you are a productive member of society now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you speed and stuff like that, but you know what I mean? At the end of the day, nobody's worrying about you running up on them with a mask and a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
I'm good money.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like there is life after incarceration. People can make a mistake and completely go down the path that they were intended for outside of that mistake. So I appreciate you, man. I got a lot of respect for you, which I know you know that. And
likewise, bro.
And I think it's you had so much during this interview. You had so much ownership, you know what I'm saying, and maturity at a young age, right? Obviously, we can talk about that one time where it wasn't a mature decision, but every decision you made thereafter came from a place of like an old soul. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, it is what it is. Like, I got to do what I got to do. And I respect that. You know what I mean?
I game, but I played the cards I was dealt, man. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I just appreciate your vulnerability. Appreciate you coming on, man, giving our supporters a different perspective. So thank you.
Nah, I definitely appreciate you, man.
So there's a ton of different like thoughts going through my head right now, and I think if I can get a couple of my one is if you have an opportunity to tell your story, tell it, and don't let the media tell it for you. Because if everybody reads this stuff, they painting you based on what these people say, and that's not okay, man. So if you have an opportunity to share your story or listen to someone share theirs, give them that opportunity to do so, because it can absolutely change your perspective of it. 2, if you find yourself on the opposite end of uncomfortable situations, like for me, like I wasn't sure how this was gonna go based on my circumstances and because I know how I feel about my situation. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
And obviously we have a personal relationship, so I wouldn't hold that against you, but like it was still like I don't know what to expect, because I've been there. Because like if I'm being candid, if I see this nigga, I'm putting hands and feet on him, and I'm probably gonna end up where y'all were. Because and that's me knowing very well what would happen to me, and it's still the first thing that comes to my head because of how he responded, because of how it happened, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like I wasn't sure how this would impact me, but I think being able to sit here and have a conversation, not get emotionally overwhelmed, and be able to articulate my perspective to you, and you come and just hear yours, and to get a better understanding of how it all is. I think it's a testament to the growth that's been happening here on the podcast for me personally. Because again,
hopefully to draw you back from having that thought process of putting your hands on people. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a minute. I get you.
It's been 15 since it happened, and I still carry that deep embedded rage, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different feeling.
That's
so
baby bro. So like I get you.
Right. You know, so
but you got them 2 little ones. Well,
right. No, 3. Yeah. So, and another one is I think just the ideal, the concept, and the willingness to forgive is important, and that's for others and yourself.
Yeah. And yourself.
Forgiveness and accountability, man. I think
absolutely. All these things combined is why we preach and will constantly proclaim that all black men need therapy.
Absolutely. I agree.
Want to give you a final thought, Joel?
I appreciate you guys, man. You already know I check in with you guys and see what's up, and Bell, we done had numerous talks.
Absolutely.
So P do what he gotta do. So I appreciate you guys, and I look up to you guys and motivation. I tell you guys that all the time on social media. I see, when I talk to y'all, Oz, Kane, everybody, y'all team is, I like what y'all do, and it's motivation, because y'all take care of home. Mm-hmm. That's more than anything. I don't really deal with nobody that not taking care of what they supposed to take care of. So I see what y'all do, and family and everything. I'm like, yeah, that's good. Stamp your passports. I like that. I see everybody. Anybody I see doing good, I like that. Just give me a little push to get where I feel like the things that I need to be, where I want to enjoy in life. Like I said, I'm about to be 46 in a little bit. So
speaking of which, man, now that you off papers, we got to get you on one of our trips, man.
Absolutely.
You got to get your passport.
Yeah,
man.
I got the papers in the car. I got to
I got to get
the
them
birth
off, man. It don't take as long as you think. It's pretty quick. We got to get you on one of our trips,
my boy
man.
just came from Colombia, and he sent me some videos and talked to me when he was out there. I'm ready. and I know.
Oh my God, we're going wild.
That's what's up.
I appreciate all this, man. It's a good thing. Like I said, I'm let people hear certain stuff of a different perspective. Somebody that I've been through, little, I guess you want to consider the trenches. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, people that come home from doing big numbers don't really go back. Like most of my bro, he did dub. He working in a law firm right now. It's like three of them, like 3 of the dudes that work with y'all? Bro, it's just y'all 3. You, Mike, and Clyde, right? Oh, you? Yeah, like niggas do numbers and came home, they working with law firm, they helping people get home, and everybody deal with, like, they work and they doing good, they taking care of and striving. I could bring a squad out of everybody that's did 15 or better.
So we got to talk, because there's something I'm working on. we'll talk later. But I love that because
Salute to you, brothers, yo.
Yeah.
For real, for real. You know what I'm saying?
I could call 20 people easy that did 15 or better that's doing great out here, like businesses, working in communities and taking care of these, the family. So it's like, we just linked up for my man's birthday party in New Haven. It was a movie.
That's what's up.
was
That
good.
was the pictures you posted recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a good time.
Yeah.
That's definitely what's up. Well, yo, man, it was again. Thank you for
Definitely.
coming. We appreciate your support. We thank you for being here and
Likewise, man.
sharing your story, yo. I personally think people who tap in and really listen to this episode are gonna pick up some gems and learn some shit, and it's gonna be beneficial for them.
Yeah, and you can support us by going to our website, hitting abmnt.com. We got some
Absolutely.
merch. We're going to be in San Diego next week. We got a voice line, 860-461.
410-860-410-6160.
Chief be knowing that. I be forgetting.
860-410-6160 is
Tap
our
in.
voice line. Tap in, shoot us a text message. We typically respond as fast as we can.
Great men, great black
We just
men,
audio right now. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
all good. abmnt.com. Think that's it, right?
Yeah, man, this is a good one. This is a good one for me. It was a good one for me, man. It was a
I
good
like
one
it.
for me.
For sure. But we gonna keep this train rolling, y'all, and bring y'all some more good content and quality conversation. So, per usual, do us all a favor. Hug a black man today
Do it.
and tomorrow.
Do it.
We out, y'all.
See you.